Chuck Norris, the man, the myth, the roundhouse kick. Could a man who started as a shy, non-athletic kid from Oklahoma really go on to become a global martial arts champion, an international action movie icon, and an internet legend whose feats are hilariously exaggerated around the world? This is the incredible, multifaceted story of Carlos Ray Chuck Norris. Born on March 10, 1940, Norris's life journey is one of relentless self-improvement and unexpected stardom, transforming him from a quiet military policeman into a cultural phenomenon. From his rigorous training in the Far East to his legendary on-screen battles with Bruce Lee and his 8-year run as the quintessential Texas Ranger, Chuck Norris didn't just break barriers, he famously roundhouse kicked them. Prepare to explore the real biography behind the myth, charting the extraordinary path of a man who defines inner strength and unwavering discipline. The humble origins and formative years. Carlos Ray Chuck Norris is an American martial artist, actor, film producer, and screenwriter. After serving in the United States Air Force, he began to become known as a martial arts practitioner. Birth: March 10, 1940, age 85, Ryan, Oklahoma. Martial arts: karate, judo, taekwondo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Tang Soo Do. Military service and the martial arts. In 1958, a shy Norris sought discipline and direction by joining the United States Air Force as an air policeman. His service took him to Osan Air Base, South Korea, where he acquired the nickname Chuck. It was in Korea that Norris discovered the passion that would define his life: martial arts. He began training in Tang Soo Do, quickly excelling and earning black belts. Upon his return to the US and discharge in 1962, Norris, an airman first class, briefly pursued a career as a police officer in Torrance, California, but his true calling had been found. While on the waiting list, he opened his first martial arts studio, launching what would become a formidable chain of successful schools. The crucible of competition, forging a champion early, stumbles and finding his footing, 1964-1965, Chuck Norris stepped into the competitive martial arts arena for the first time in 1964 at a tournament in Salt Lake City. Though he won his first 2 matches, he failed to secure the final trophy. Early in his competitive journey, losses were a common occurrence, including an early exit at the prestigious international tournament in Long Beach. However, his breakthrough came at Takubota's All-Stars Tournament, or International Karate Federation Championships, in Los Angeles, where he defeated Ron Marchini to claim his first major title. This success was followed by winning the California Middleweight Championship, the period of initial defeats and contradictory records. According to some historical sources, Norris's competitive start was as early as 1965, marked by a series of defeats against notable fighters. He lost early matches in his first 2 tournaments to legendary figures like Joe Louis and Alan Steen. Additionally, he reportedly lost 3 separate bouts to Tony Tulliners, one of which occurred during the International Karate Championships. While Norris himself does not often mention these initial defeats, Tulliners confirmed his 3 victories over Norris in a 1987 Black Belt magazine interview, and the July 1966 edition of the magazine also cited Tulliners defeating Norris for the California State Karate Championship title, rising to the challenge. The 1966. The year 1966 showed a clear upward trajectory in Norris's skill and resilience. On July 31st at Ed Parker's Internationals, he secured the middleweight title by defeating Skipper Mullins. Later that evening, he faced Alan Steen for the Grand Champion title, but was defeated. That same year, on October 22nd, Norris participated in the invitational Tang Soo Do tournament in Washington, D.C., where he lost to John Comance in the middleweight preliminaries, demonstrating that his journey was far from linear. The epic rivalry with Joe Louis, 1967, marked the true arrival of Chuck Norris as an elite competitor and the beginning of his legendary rivalry with Joe Louis. In early 1967, at S. Henry Cho's Tournament of Champions, Norris secured an early victory over the 42-year-old Leon Wallace, utilizing a judo throw, ippon seoinage. However, he did suffer one loss that year to Bob Engel. The famous showdowns with Joe Louis began, with Norris famously winning their first encounter by exploiting a momentary lapse in Louis's guard and connecting with a spinning kick to the face. A match so significant it graced the cover of Black Belt magazine in June 1967. Later that year, at the All-American Karate Championships in Madison Square Garden, Norris defeated the Japanese middleweight champion Hiroshi Moto Nakamura before facing Louis for the Grand Champion title. Norris's sidekick was reportedly the only point scored in the fight, winning him the title. The rivalry continued to heat up. In their third 1967 encounter at the international tournament, Norris won with a reverse punch after successfully evading Louis's signature sidekick, putting Norris up 3-0 against his legendary rival for the year. This match followed his victory over Victor Moore and the middleweight win over Arnold Urquidez. The professional circuit and the defining title, 1968. By 1968, the American karate circuit was evolving, introducing Karate Pro, or professional team competitions, aimed at making strikes more spectacular and effective, often involving less control and no gloves. In the American Championships in Dallas, Norris made it to the final, defeating a tenacious Fred Wren, who suffered a broken nose, and then Skipper Mullins, but ultimately lost the Grand Champion title to Joe Louis, who successfully retaliated with a strong strike to the brachial plexus. A key moment came on November 23, 1968, at the Professional World Karate Championship in New York. Organized by Aaron Banks, Norris sought revenge against Louis Delgado, the only man to have recently defeated him in a previous East versus West team match. Delgado, who was over a decade younger than Norris, knocked Norris down in the second round with a kick to the mouth. However, in a grueling 3-round battle, Norris persevered, winning the match 101-93, despite other reports claiming a broken arm for Delgado, and capturing the professional middleweight karate champion title, a title he would successfully hold for 6 consecutive years. Retirement and misconceptions. 1970-1974, Norris's competitive career effectively concluded on January 17, 1970, at the U.S. Team Championship in the Long Beach Sports Arena, where his West team secured a victory against Al DeCasco's team. Later that year, in August, he won the Korean Trophy at Ed Parker's 7th annual international tournament. Norris reportedly ended his career with a commendable record, although the exact number of losses, sometimes cited as 5, remains a subject of minor historical debate. It is crucial to note that while Norris was the professional middleweight karate champion for 6 years, he was never a full-contact champion, despite occasional quotes and confusion. Full-contact karate, or kickboxing, was only formally established in 1974, by which time Norris had already retired from competition to focus on his burgeoning film career. Ironically, he was present, acting as a judge and participating in a demonstration at the September 14, 1974, event in Los Angeles that awarded the very first full-contact titles to champions like Bill Wallace and Joe Louis. If you're enjoying the video, please click the like button, subscribe for more stories like this. Click the hype button if you want, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Welcome. From dojo to the silver screen. During his competitive years, Norris trained numerous celebrities, including Steve McQueen, Priscilla Presley, and Bob Barker at his karate schools. This network paved the way for his eventual career pivot. His first minor on-screen appearance came in 1969 in the Matt Helm spy spoof. The Wrecking Crew. The true catalyst, however, was his friendship and professional connection with the legendary Bruce Lee. Lee invited Norris to play the primary antagonist in the highly acclaimed 1972 martial arts epic, The Way of the Dragon. The film was a massive international success, and the iconic Colosseum battle between the two martial arts masters is still regarded as a cinematic benchmark, directly launching Norris towards stardom. The American action star box office. Gold encouraged by his friend and student, Steve McQueen, Norris began taking acting seriously. He committed to action films that had a meaningful story, with the action dictated by emotional necessity. His first starring role, the low-budget 1977 film, Breaker. Breaker proved highly successful.
Comes back into my town again. You kill him.
John David, go!
The follow-up, 1978's Good Guys Wear Black, shot on a modest $1 million budget, became a box office hit, grossing over $18 million. This film distinguished him as America's first successful homegrown martial arts action star.
I told you that last night.
Norris then headlined a remarkable streak of successful independent martial arts films, including A Force of One, 1979, and The Octagon, 1980, quickly making him an international celebrity. Cannon Films and the peak of power. The early 1980s saw Norris signing major studio deals, leading to films like Silent Rage, 1982,
The master fighter of our time.
with Columbia and Lone Wolf McQuade, 1983, with Orion. Lone Wolf McQuade, where he debuted his signature beard, was a worldwide hit and served as the direct inspiration for his future television success. His career truly entered the mainstream when Cannon Films signed him to a multiple film deal. This partnership launched the massively successful Missing in Action, 1984 trilogy, which further cemented his status as a box office draw. During the 1980s, Norris became Cannon Films' leading star, consistently delivering high-profile action hits like Invasion USA, 1985, and The Delta Force, 1986. A standout film during this period was the critically acclaimed Code of Silence, 1985, which many critics praised for its dramatic depth, considering it one of his best performances. Cordell Walker and the Perpetual Legacy in the 1990s, Chuck Norris redefined his career by moving to television. He took on the title role of Sergeant Cordell Walker in the long-running CBS series, Walker, Texas Ranger. The show, which ran from 1993 to 2001 and remained highly successful in syndication, made Norris a household name for a new generation. The series' massive popularity ranked it consistently among the top 30 programs throughout its run. Beyond acting, Norris proved to be a versatile writer, becoming a New York Times best-selling author. He penned books on topics ranging from martial arts and self-help philosophy to biographies and Christian Western fiction, and served as a nationally syndicated columnist. The creation of the Chun Kuk Do, which means the universal way, is a hybrid martial art created by actor and martial arts champion Chuck Norris. The style was formalized in 1990 and combines elements from various combat disciplines to offer a complete and effective approach. Key characteristics: origin and evolution. Chun Kuk Do evolved from Korean Tang Soo Do, the martial art Norris learned while serving in the United States Air Force. Throughout his competitive career, he incorporated and adapted techniques from other martial arts, such as Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, and Shotokan karate to make the system more complete and well-rounded. Philosophy. In addition to combat techniques, Chun Kuk Do has a code of honor and a philosophy that emphasizes discipline, respect, ethics, and the responsible use of acquired skills. Name and renaming. The system has gone through several names over the years, such as American Tang Soo Do and the Chuck Norris karate system. Although the name Chun Kuk Do was adopted in 1990, the martial art was renamed the Chuck Norris system in 2015. But it remains essentially the same discipline. Emphasis. The style covers a wide range of skills, including self-defense, competition, weapons, grappling, and physical fitness. The United Fighting Arts Federation, UFAF, is the governing body that oversees the system. Chuck Norris didn't just achieve success. He built his entire identity through sheer force of will, proving that mastery of the self can lead to mastery of the world. From the rigorous training to the global stardom, the core message remains the same. Inner strength is the ultimate weapon. What do you find most inspiring about Chuck Norris's journey? Is it his martial arts dedication, his film career, or the legendary strength of his character? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed learning about the real man behind the legend, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive biographies, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a chapter of history.